think that I'll just explain that I don't have a voice.
I don't know if you're going to have to do too much explaining, actually.
Great. But I want to at least say that I'm sick. I'm sick. I don't have a voice.
I'm assisting with the beaverbunch video this week because my girlfriend can't talk.
I don't have
bliss.
a voice.
It's bliss around here.
I don't have a voice, and I really wanted to make this video, so I'm sorry if you can't understand me.
I think it's just so cute. I keep telling Jess that I think it's so cute when she laughs. It's the best because I think she's laughing really hard at me because it's like this really rough, like hearty laugh, but she's just losing her voice.
I'm just sick. I lost my voice.
Sorry. So we're gonna do the red flag video together.
I wish we had a tiny little...
I wish so too.
Dang it, we don't. Well, so Mary and I were just now talking about the fact that there are red flags and there are deal breakers. You can sort of live with red flags, or maybe you don't necessarily make too big of a deal about them. But deal breakers are those things that we sort of have before the relationship even begins, where if it happens, you're done. I have personal experiences with red flags that I definitely overlooked in my relationships, and in hindsight realized that I should have recognized them at first, as they first came about, and just nixed the relationship.
Like what, Jess?
I had a girlfriend who would get really upset if I went out with my friends, or even if I mentioned wanting to do something without her.
I'm surprised that wasn't a deal breaker for you.
I'm surprised it wasn't either. It was my first relationship. We had been together already for maybe 6 months, and we moved in together, and so at that point I thought I was fully invested in the relationship, and so I had sort of allowed myself to be brainwashed into believing that nothing could go wrong in the relationship and she was perfect. So bad. That was just one small part of how controlling she was. So there were many other aspects of her controlling me and the relationship itself, but that was one tiny part of the escalation of control.
So if you say, hey babe, I think I'm gonna go slip out to the grocery store. I'm gonna go hang out, get a beer with the girls real quick. I'll see you in an hour. Or they say, I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do and just freak out. Then that should be a red flag and you should bow out. I don't care how cute they are.
Can I do one more red flag?
Yeah.
And then you can start. My voice is killing me. So another red flag, and this one's sort of tough because it has to do with the intellectual level of the person that you're dating. So I believe that if somebody is, I don't know, I hate to use it.
Dumb.
No.
I'll say it.
It's not even dumb in like, I would actually like to use the word ignorant. So I would say that I'm really passionate about, feminism or activism or things that are going on in the world that are just extremely important and you absolutely cannot overlook them. And I like to have discussions with Mary. I like to have discussions with the person that I'm dating about these things. And I appreciate that this person that I'm with has an opinion also. And so for me, a red flag was when I was dating somebody a while back, and basically she wasn't on the same level that I wanted her to be on as far as having a conversation about the things that I was interested in. And I felt that the things that and I feel really bad for saying this, but I felt that the things that she was interested in were somewhat trivial compared to what I wanted to talk about, which is totally hypocritical. I know that, but I also know what I need in a relationship and what I need to keep me going and challenged, and Mary does that for me. So that was a red flag where it wasn't the person's fault. Yeah.
Right. Some people want to talk about global warming and some people want to talk about flat irons.
Right. Exactly. That's a very good comparison. That's perfect. Right.
I once dated a girl for 2 years. She was cute as a button, but one day We were watching television, and she asked me if George W. Bush and George Bush were related. And that was a big red flag that I blew through in retrospect. I probably should have taken more heed.
Oh no.
But she was so cute. Anyway, red flag.
That's a red flag. Poor girl. She
Anyway.
wasn't into politics.
She totally wasn't into it, right?
That's
It just
okay.
wasn't her thing. My red flag has to do with college. I think this is a classic. If you're living in a dorm, this is a classic red flag. You meet a girl, you start hanging out, you start doing the like hanging out late. Are we gonna sleep over? Are we gonna go back to your dorm? They get the phone call that they have to take, and they have to go outside of the room. It's like got a phone call. It's very consistent. It happens every single night, every time you're hanging out, and they have to step outside and take the phone call. And usually it leads to, I'm gonna have to go. Usually it leads to your hangout session being called off. That is a big giant red flag that they either have A, a girlfriend, or B, a crazy ex-girlfriend that's like probably standing right outside the door. So if you are dating someone that gets those phone calls and they're like, I'm gonna be right back. It's not their mom, it's not their like niece. No, this is a crazy ex-girlfriend territory. Get out while you can, man. Get out! I don't care how good it is. Run. If they're calling you from the car and then like you hear the car door open and they're like, oh, gotta go. Bad news bears.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
I can't even go on with any more red flags. Get yourself out of that boat first.
Yeah. Seriously.
Don't just bail the water out. Jump in. Swim away.
Exactly.
If you date a girl with a raspy throat, keep her.
Don't you have any more?
I have a few more. It was more phone behavior. Like if you hear them talking to their mom or their dad, anyone that they should be like sort of respectful of, people that they've known for a really long time, and you hear them, the way that they treat those people is probably a reflection of how they're going to treat you someday. If you become girlfriends and then you start to be really close, I think how they treat people who have been in their lives for a really long time is a really good indication of what you have down the road.
Yeah, if they don't have a certain amount of respect for people that they should have respect for.
Right. Or if they like bail on their friends or call into work, like little obligations in their life, if they break those, chances are they're probably going to let you down.
Yeah.
That's just a personality type.
Mm-hmm.
What about green flags?
Green flags.
Green means go.
Yeah, that's true.
If red flags are stop dating them now, we should do green flags. If you see a girl and she doesn't wear pants, wow, I would say
That's
keep her.
Yeah. Okay. Want more coffee? Yeah, I need some more coffee.
If she says
Say goodbye, Mary.
bye, Jess.